Hi, my name is Alitzel. I am half Flemish and half Mexican, and today I will briefly speak about the concept of autonomía and its relevance for Latin American foreign policy and international relations. Autonomía is a well-known concept in political science associated with the capacities of states to govern themselves. In Latin America, it has acquired a particular political connotation. For the countries in that part of the world, autonomía is closely linked to their colonial past and their common interest to limit the presence and influence of external actors. Therefore, autonomía is closely linked to their efforts to maintain room for independent action, especially under the regional prominence of the United States. The concept of autonomía is an original theoretical contribution from Latin American scholars, and the main studies where the evolution of this concept can be seen were presented through the United Nations Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean. And these studies questioned modernization theory and presented policy recommendations for a new type of development that would tackle the asymmetries in the political and economic relations between core and peripheral countries. There are several analytical categories for autonomía, but here I will just give a few examples of political actions taken by Latin American actors that have autonomía as an underlying factor. One is Mexico's refusal to end relations with Cuba after its revolution in 1964, against the will of the United States, of course. And another one is the creation of the Contadora Group as an effort to guide the peace efforts in Central America during the 80s, also as a way to balance the presence of the United States. Yet another example are the efforts for South-South cooperation that seek to gain some autonomía from the global North. Finally, in relation to the European Union, it could be argued that the reluctance of some Latin American actors to accept the human rights clause that is an important part of EU foreign trade agreements is actually explained by this concept as well. Also, autonomía could be a valuable element to analyze interregional relations between Latin America and the EU, since autonomía is also a driver for Latin American integration, and it could help explain the asymmetries and the challenges for these bi-regional efforts. In sum, autonomía is a key element that can help to understand the way that Latin American actors design, apply their foreign policies, and also how they perceive global politics. Muchas gracias.